It has been a long journey, but we have finally come to the final step. Because today we'll reveal which system or theory of government guarantees the greatest freedom and rights to the individual. Hello, I'm Hayden Noyce, and you're watching the Government of Freedom. Our team has narrowed down the three most free types of governments. These governments are anarchy, liberal democracy, and libertarianism. First of the three is anarchy. To you, it just might sound like a three-syllable word, but it is much more than that.
As mentioned in this dictionary, anarchy is not exactly a form of government, but instead the absence of government, meaning that there is no authority, no order, and no leaders. However, in many cases of anarchy, a higher authority develops, meaning that this is not true anarchy. One example of this occurred in Albania during the Albanian insurrection. The southern half of Albania had colonial control from the rebels. As British agents occupied much of the Caribbean, where we go. One example happened in 1789 during an after the French Revolution. Even though the countries were anarchists, there was no official power. There was a set of simple rules. These rules were that any young man would be executed. And that is not true. That is not true anarchy, because there is no hierarchy. Anarchy has no official history since it is usually an absence of government. But the theory of anarchy, the use of government, can be traced back to the Age of Enlightenment, which happened during the 18th century. So that is a basic overview of anarchy. Thank you.
Hello there, I am Professor Kane, and you want to learn about anarchy, is that right?
Yes.
Anarchy.
Yes, anarchy.
Anarchy is A-N-A-R-C-H-Y. Well done, you passed the first grade.
Yay!
Okay, now let's move on to bigger things. Anarchy is insane. It's crazy. I mean, it's so unpredictable. It leads us to so many unanswered questions. Can people rule themselves? Does the hierarchy make things better or worse? As Confucius once said, the only way to have complete freedom is to have complete chaos. But what he said in theory may have worked, but in practice doesn't really work. That is for you to decide. Anyway, anarchy is crazy. It's insane. As I said before, it's like a game of blackjack. I mean, you don't know what the outcome's going to turn out. You might gain a lot of something, or you might lose a lot of something, okay? Yeah, you know what I mean, right? It's like a dice. Roll it, you're going to get 6 or 1. You don't know. Chances, you're going to get 1, okay? Good next type of government is liberal democracy. Liberal democracy is a balance between liberalism and democracy.
It states that liberal democracy is a balance between the rights of the individual and that of the majority. The history of liberal democracy traces back over the Age of Enlightenment. Back then, in the 18th century, a vast number of European countries were ruled by monarchs. Ideas of democratic or liberal governments had not been taken seriously. But nearing to the end of the century, after the French Revolution and American Declaration of Independence, an idea had been born, a type of government that had shared the perfect balance between aspects of a liberal government and the aspects of a democratic government. The Age of Enlightenment was during the 18th century. It was called this because many people began to question their leaders, and philosophers as well as intellectuals began to think of ideal government where there was no hierarchy. Liberal democracy may also take the place of